Good afternoon, everyone, or whatever time it finds you when you're watching this video. This is Reddy, and this is the second video in Reddy's Reactions. Today's topic will be the Toronto Defiant. We got their schedule, as well as a look at their new home they're planning to build in Toronto, their new arena. So we're going to be looking at that and reacting to both of those pieces of news. It'll be a little bit shorter than the BlizzCon news. Obviously, there's a lot more to unpack at BlizzCon, but let's get right into it. So, Overwatch Media, the home of the Toronto Defiant, the organization that runs them, posted this video outlining their new home arena. It's going to be built on exhibition grounds in Toronto, so right near the waterfront. Unfortunately, it is 2025, but just going to pause and look at that. That's the arena. So what it looks like is you're going to have the arena with a condo attached to it, with overlooking the lake right on this left side here. Will be the lake most likely, because this is Lakeshore Boulevard. So absolutely futuristic, crazy design. First off, like just look beautiful. Like the curves, the views you'd have from this arena would be amazing. Obviously, the condo part would be pretty expensive. This is right in the downtown core of Toronto, and with a view of the lakefront, and attached to a arena would be, these units would sell for millions. But so it's gonna be interesting to see this built. It's gorgeous. You've got this beautiful overhang here as well where you can walk over. You've got this big wide open facade right looking over the lake. So depending on positioning, it might be clear. I don't know what's to the south here, but this is the exterior. Let's continue with the video and we'll go a little bit more into the interior of things. So obviously it's not just going to be for Toronto Defiant. They will also have concerts and other venues in there. So this is what the interior is supposed to look like. I guess this is the way this is set up, is that you have looks like a standing room at the bottom, and then seats further up and up. But looks absolutely clean, looks beautiful. But what we're here for is the Toronto Defiant. How's it look for Toronto Defiant games? But again, this is how it looks, how it's supposed. This is the concept looking. From the other side now. So this from the previous angle, we were where this tower would be, which wasn't in the previous one. So I guess that's a new one they're going to put as well. And this is exhibition grounds to the north of it. The lake is down here to the south. You can see the CN Tower in the background. So another iconic piece. Like, this looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm blown away by how beautiful and how much time and effort it went into this design. It looks clean. It looks elegant. It looks futuristic. I'm really excited for this. And even though, I don't know if I want a condo on top of a concert hall. I don't know if it's a condo. I'm assuming it's a condo. It might be an office. It might be an office building. I'm going to say it's a condo. If it justifies and allows for the creation of something this beautiful of this arena, do it. You know what I mean? Sell these condos. Sell the space there. If it gives me this as a Toronto Defiant home venue, absolutely amazing. And so this is what it would look like set up for the Toronto Defiant with the Overwatch League. So you'd have the teams on the stage there. Their entry would be from behind. They just chose, I guess, Paris Eternal there just to choose. So it looks like they have seats set up here, but you have these multi-tiered setups. Right here you can see different areas. This is set up for the production crew from Overwatch League. You have these overhangs. Like, it just looks absolutely stunning. And these lights, right, are going to look great. It's going to be popping absolute mayhem in there. It looks gorgeous. Again, 2025. So unfortunately, it's a long, long ways away. But this looks gorgeous. I cannot wait for home stands to begin again whenever it's safe to do so. I was very sad when I bought tickets to the Toronto Defiant home stands this year and was unable to go to them. But this makes me even more excited to continue to be a Toronto Defiant fan for the foreseeable future. And when we have this arena, we'll definitely have Overwatch 2. It's going to be absolutely great. Like, this looks really well done. And again, it is a rendering. There's a joke in the civil engineering and design areas that rendering always looks beautiful. But if this is the concepts and this is what they're going to be trying to build, if they can pull this off, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be great. So now let's look at the other half, the Toronto Defiant schedule for the upcoming season. So those that don't know, the way the season is divided this year is that we're going to be looking into 4 tournaments. So the May Melee, the June Joust, Summer Showdown, and the Countdown Cup. And so what they'll do is they'll play these qualifying games prior to it on the weekends before. So they'll play 4 games. And then depending on their record, they'll play some seeding games on the last weekend before the tournament. So 1 weekend before May 7th, June 11th, July 16th, and August 20th. There'll be some other games that'll be qualifying and seeding people in different directions, different seeds. We'll be seeding the teams. Overall, the schedule looks pretty good. I'm not too happy about the double game against the Shock. The Shock are still looking very, very powerful. So that's unfortunate. We played them twice. Had the guaranteed 16 games. But the Toronto Defiant are looking good. I'm excited to see how they play this year. The schedule, again, we start off with the Vancouver Titans Battle for Canada right off the bat. So that will be a good time to start. And it starts in April. But yeah, so they are broken down to these 4 tournaments. And then the playoffs will be after this. If they do it the same way in terms of where you finish in the tournament, it may give you extra wins. But I think this is a good methodology for Overwatch League this season during the pandemic. You'll never see any of the teams in the Asia Pacific region, I believe it's called. So basically, they're split up into 2 conferences based on where teams want to play out of. And these teams are playing out of North America, and their teams are playing out of Korea. And even though may not be based there, so teams such as the LA Valiant are playing out of Korea this year, which is going to be very sad that there won't be any battles of LA outside of the finals of each tournament or any of the playoffs, because I know rivalries like that bring out the best in fans. So something like the Battle of Canada will be good for fans. Battle of LA is good for fans. The rematch of champions is really good. We have those rematch games between the teams that finish in the finals. Will be good. Obviously, the big storyline this year will be, can San Francisco win again? But I would like to see the Toronto Defiant, and they look good. I would like to see them go further and winning some games against the Shock in the regular season would go a long way in doing that. It's just, it's one of those things you're like, you want to be the best team, but having to face them twice and only some of the other teams only once, it's like, oh man. But as you can see, the games here, 3 p.m., 4:30, and 6 p.m. seem to be the time frames for these ones, all in Eastern time. Obviously, the games in the other region will be at completely different times. But yeah, so I'm excited for this season. I'm really excited to see this arena. I don't think there's anything else after. Yeah. just that. So it will also be the home of the Toronto Ultra as well, which is the Call of Duty League team. So I'm guessing that condo, the other condo, is like right here, right beside this photo, this rendering. But very excited to see this home arena. Very excited to see the Toronto Defiant this season. I will be doing reaction videos, probably to the pairs of games when they do the weekend games, just because we'll have a lot more to talk about every weekend. But yeah, looking forward to reacting to those, and really looking forward to getting home games again, and getting a home arena for the Toronto Defiant and the other esports teams underneath Overwatch Media. So yeah, so that's Reddy's reactions today. Again, the focus was on these two points relating to the Toronto Defiant, both their schedule and this brand new concept art rendering inside look at their upcoming arena for the home stands in the future.